today I'm going live once again. It's Keith from Imperial Coast Print. Um, I'm going to be testing I don't know if very many people have heard of it before, but it is called the PrintGrip from a company called PrintGrip. But it's sold at Ryan or ScreenPrinting.com. That's where I found it anyway. But I saw that product initially there, and I thought I'd try it out. So I haven't heard anybody else talk about it. So, and there doesn't seem to be that many videos out there on it yet. It seems to be pretty new. So yeah, I'm just gonna do this quick live and see how it goes. What I usually use is palette tape. I would usually lay palette tape down, put the glue on there, and go through all that. And that usually, and I've showed this before, but I use this water-based adhesive, and I like it. I think it's great actually, but it does when on the longer jobs, or if you're dealing with shirts that are have more like a lot of lint and stuff like that, more than normal, it can get it might make it, I'll say, maybe 60, 70 shirts in before it starts giving me problems. So I kind of wanted a different solution to that, because it's not really a huge problem if you're doing smaller stuff, but I've been getting hit a lot of shirts lately, like 80 to 100. I'll say 60 to 100. And sometimes I just don't want to worry about, doing something in between jobs, messing with that thing. So I'm hoping that this will work. So I have a reorder of these shirts I just did, and they need them tomorrow. So this is a rush order, but it's going to be really easy because I never took their job off of press. So I was like, yeah, I can definitely do it. It'll literally be no problem for me. I don't even have to do anything. It's slap ink on the screen and go. Ow. Oh. I almost cut myself, guys. I'm okay. I'm okay. That's why I like to use dull things, because I'm clumsy. Alright, so I'm doing black ink or white ink on black shirts. So this is what it looks like. This is the PrintGrip. Sorry, my shop's kind of like a wreck right now. But this is the PrintGrip adhesive. I gotta take that back down. I think that's gonna be a problem. So it's pretty easy, and it's already really sticky, and it just comes like that. So it came with tape on both sides. And there's a video on YouTube they have. In fact, here it is. And it also came with this sheet for instructions. So that's their logo, PrintGrip. But I recommend, if you're a visual person like me, just watch the video. It's easy either way. So, but yeah, I put that on and I cut it. I'm gonna take that. I know that this is definitely gonna work better for platens that are square, because that's how it comes. So I had to cut it to fit this, and I don't really like the jagged edges, but you gotta do what you gotta do, right? That one come up. Okay. So yeah, I don't have to spray anything, so I guess I can just jump right in. But I gotta organize these shirts really quick, and then I'm ready to see how this goes. I've heard people I guess it was on the website. I saw a couple of reviews on it on the website, where people were saying initially it's like really, really sticky, like super sticky, almost too sticky. But they said once you start, but that's like normal, right? That's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking like, how it can't be that much worse than, or can it? I don't know. I'm about to find out though. Oh, my shop is a wreck right now. So how are you guys doing out there? I'm just gonna organize these shirts super quick and then get going. My ink is already ready to go. Oh yeah, that's cool. Yeah, that's good. That's creamy. So, oh, I always get ink on me, man. But how are you guys doing out there? Are you guys busy? Because it is definitely getting a little interesting for the printers I've been talking to online and for myself. So I hope you guys are getting busy as well. I'm actually getting a lot of. I've gotten my third family reunion order, so that is definitely going on right now. So yeah, I wasn't even like I hadn't even gotten around to like trying to target anything like that yet because I've just been printing so much, like printing and marketing, like for normal stuff, like usual. Yes, but I haven't actually gotten to a place where I can, do something a little bit out of the norm for myself. Like I go for my normal people. I'm pretty much just marketing right now to people who've already bought from me or people who've been following me on the social medias. But yeah, I kind of want to circle back around to event planners. That'd be kind of cool. But anyway, I hope you guys had a great 4th of July. I did. It was super fun. I got to light some fireworks. Originally I wasn't going to do fireworks, but I changed my mind the last second just like I did last year. So, let's see. So I got a bunch of things here. Yeah, so. But I don't know about how it's gone in your guys' area, but there hasn't, this year it wasn't a lot of people lighting a ton of fireworks like 2 weeks, or not 2 weeks necessarily, but way beforehand. Like there was some, but it's been less than like previous years, so I just find that very interesting how that happens. Alright, so make sure I okay. But yeah, we have a spot here in Omaha that I love to go, and you just get to see the skyline and just all these fireworks. It was so great. So, still adjusting to this space, and my evening's a little crazy right now anyway. Because I have this that I got to do, but I also have an event tomorrow from 11 to 5, and that's what these shirts are for. So they need them. I'm literally printing them, and then I'm taking them with me to the event that I'm going to be a vendor at. So, but I got to print my own stuff too. So I'm printing their stuff, and I got to turn around and print the rest of my stuff that I'm going to be taking to sell. So I'm kind of doing that mostly as an experiment, just to see what happens. Just to see what happens. I have not actually tried to medium, extra large. Where large is that? I guess that's large right there. Interesting. Sorry. But I have never tried to sell something like an actual product at an event before. Well, I tried the last event, but I forgot it, so that doesn't count. But yeah, I now that I actually have what I need and what I need to do it and to sell it, it's all good. Most of it's printed, so I get to actually test this tomorrow. This isn't the exact. I don't know. I'm just gonna see what happens because the shirts that I originally made were actually for a different event, and I feel like they would have been more successful there. But yeah. So, all right. I'm just gonna hop right into it. So let me get my test shirt here. I got several of them because I messed up several times the last time I printed these. Let's see. Okay, sure. Are you just gonna not do that? Interesting. so that's the shirt I'm using. And then real quick, I'm going to put this ink on and we're going to see what this print grip does. So I'm really excited. I'm seriously hoping that it'll be really good for me because if I don't have to worry about that part, I can just totally remove that part from my process. That'll be extra time saved. Like, seriously. So that is always what we want, right? Extra time saved. All right. Just cleaned the screen out earlier, so it should be good to go. Alright. And this job was easy and quick. Just gotta make sure I have the light on me. Alright, let's get this thing loaded on and see what she does. Okay, so it's peeling up at the corner, so I guess I'm gonna have to take that down. So hold on. What did I do with my? Okay. So now they recommended putting what is that, palette tape underneath this so that when you remove it, it's easy to do. And I'm probably gonna have to agree with that. But also you're gonna have to take this down. I usually don't have a whole lot of problem when I was doing like just regular palette tape with the corners peeling up, but this was just gonna take all of it. So we're just gonna make that happen. Now I'm assuming you can clean this with just water, but I'm assuming. I mean, I don't know what else you would clean this off with, but I will find that out. But I'm gonna bet that water is okay. I usually have at least one thing go wrong before I start every job. I hardly ever have it where I have no issues with the test print. Like something happens every time. It's just part of the game, I guess. And then I'm kind of like low energy today. I've been dealing with low iron, so my energy's been like, oh, just feeling like crap the last like month or so. But yeah, but I'm taking some iron supplements, so that should help that. I've been so busy. I didn't realize I was anemic. Okay, so I'm seeing that pulling this is an issue. So I'm wondering if I need to cut that off, that corner. That's gonna cause me. That's interesting. So I would say don't have any of the edges hanging off because, like, not even a little. Because this little piece was enough to keep the shirt from coming off the palette. So yeah. That's interesting. Okay, maybe I should take that too. There's a lot of tape going on right now. This. I wasn't expecting it to be this big of a problem. I wonder. Okay. Now let's see what this does. So, it's definitely sticky though. Wow. Alright, so pull that back. That should be enough. I just test print. Alright. Let's see. Oh yeah, that's on there. That is on there. Look at that. So that's good. Sorry about that. So let's see. Make sure there's no air bubbles in it. It's feeling good. Alright. Let's see. The screen is gonna do what I need to do. It's looking good. Now I do wonder how it does when you flash. Like, I wonder about that a little bit. Just press move while I print it. That part, so it's gonna have it's got a little bit of unevenness to it, but I know it's not the off contact it just moved. Okay, that's good. Let's beautiful. It looks good. Okay, so let's unload it and see how easy that is. Oh, a piece of cake. Oh, that was easy. That was easy. Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and share that under there. So, yeah. Yeah, it's very sticky. I don't personally think this is too sticky. It's actually perfect. So, I read that they're supposed to last up to 3 months, but I'm gonna just say that it probably depends on how much you're printing. If you're not printing that much, it's probably gonna be less than that. So, but yeah, I like that. That's nice. All right, so that is cured now. That's looking good enough. Yeah. Yeah, me and White recently have had we were just beefing a little bit because sometimes that's the way it is. And so the last time I printed this job, it was just really rough for me because I don't know, it just wanted to fight, and I was like, all right, but now we're okay, we're cool again now. So I'm just gonna do one more test print. I like to do extra runs of test prints with White just because it's thicker. I usually have trouble with it getting it started. It's pretty warm in here right now, so it shouldn't be too bad. That's me doing it as a safety precaution. Clears. Looking good. Oh. Yeah, my flatten is not warm right now, so this is flashing a little slower than usual. Okay, that's better. That's great. That looks good. Okay, so I'm ready to do this job, and super easy. Oh my gosh, I love that. That comes off really good. All right, so that is pretty much what's going on with this, and I like it. It's just I'm gonna have to figure out how to keep the edges down. This tape doesn't seem to be sticking, and I don't know if that's just the tape or what's going on there. I usually don't have that problem. But the weather's been super weird around here. I've been dealing with humidity issues in here, so I don't know if that has anything to do with it too. I'm gonna make that the final one, and we're gonna get this thing started because I need to desperately lay down and rest. So luckily, so the first order I did was a front and back for this place, and that was for their volunteers. But these ones that I am printing this time are for them to sell. So they called me. Was that yesterday? No, yesterday before. They called me Wednesday afternoon, and she was like, "Hey, so," and I kind of panicked when she called me. I was like, "Oh my god," I didn't know what she was calling for. I didn't know if it was like a complaint or something, like something happened, went wrong with the shirts or something. But she's like, "No, no, no. We just thought that maybe we should sell the shirts, and people have been asking, and so we thought we would just go ahead and see if we could get that done. And I know it's a short timeline and this and that." And I'm like, "That's totally fine. I can do it. I literally have your job on press still. All I got to do is there's no setup. Like I can just go." So she was super happy to hear that. And this is a 72-day turn or 72 day. Wow, 72-hour turnaround. So yeah, it's nice. And when I have a moment, I'll show you guys. Is that too low? I don't think so. We'll find out. I'll show you guys what I'm going to be making. So at the event, I'm pretty excited about it. It's a design I found on Etsy, and oh, come on. And I'm putting it on some hats, so I get to use my hat press. I think I showed you guys my hat press already. It's just the teal one that like everybody gets. It's a nice press. I like it. It does the job. Okay, let's get that coat. Okay. So for those of you who have printed white on black specifically, that's the shirt. For those who have printed white on black and have experience with it, what are your tips for avoiding fibrillation? Drop them in the comments. This is for me and everyone else that watches this video. So I have some tips that I learned from this last job. I learned a lot from it, actually. Usually when you're struggling, that's an opportunity to learn. So, but I figured out that I was doing a couple of things wrong, because this is actually, I have never printed white on black to like as someone bought that and wanted to do it. I've never done it. I've done it as an experiment like twice for myself, and that was when I didn't know what I was doing. So yeah. But now that I know what I'm doing, I was dealing with some fibrillation, and I was like, "What's going on here?" Like, I felt like I wasn't doing anything wrong, but it turns out I was printing too fast. So, are we good? So yeah, I was just having those issues, and I ended up calling Ryan just because, I don't know, that sounded like the right thing to do. Oh, that came out so good. Oh, that's it. And they were the ones that told me, "Hey, you probably need to slow down a little bit." That's what sounded like printing too fast. So that was the first thing. And they also thought it was like off contact too, but I was just like, it can't be off contact. I've got that issue. Like that's hasn't been an issue since I started, understanding how that works with the press. So that it can't be that. I'm like, I haven't had any issues with anything else. Like on the same head, I printed just fine on the same shirt. So that wasn't making sense for that, So I thought for a moment, I'm like, I started to be like, okay, let me check off contact. And I was like, no. It has to be the speed that I'm printing. So I was like, let me just see. Because that usually with every other color, I just, I'm not like lightning fast or anything. But, I'm like, So that's, I assumed that's what I was supposed to be doing on white. But when I slowed down, it completely eliminated my problem. Like 100%. It was that. And I was just like so amazed by that. It was something like that. I don't know if I've ever heard of white needing to be printed slower, but I feel like that probably would have been something I would have heard of more if I had like an automatic printer versus what I'm doing. So, but yeah, for those who are learning how to print white, print it slow. And I have to catch myself because I'll still be like, and oh, that's beautiful. Oh my gosh. Yeah, printing slow is the key. Because even if I speed up a little bit, I've noticed this. I've just been playing with it. That even if I speed up a little bit with the print, some of the hairs will come up just a little bit. It'll be enough to make the image look. I don't even know how to describe it because it's like these really long fibers. It's not just like it poking through the ink. It's like really long fibers standing up. So I literally have to print it very slow, and it totally eliminates it. It makes it beautiful. So I'm really happy that I learned that because I now have to be, aware of that when it comes to this. But it makes me wonder, are there other colors? Is it just white that I have to do that with? Or is it just thick ink? Or like what? Because I don't know that. That's a new one for me. So I don't know. That's something for me to look into later on when I'm resting. So. But yeah. It usually takes like me going through the first 10 to 20, probably more like 15, 20 shirts before this palette gets warm enough for me to actually flash it in 6 seconds. It takes a while. It really does take a while. And maybe I could, have it hover over. But, oh, that's so beautiful. I just love it. I just love it. Looks great. It's a little high, though. I just occasionally make sure that this is okay. I also want to talk about this white ink for a second. This specific one. I like this white ink. I'll show it to you in a second. Just want to make sure. I know that I should be using a donut probe or something like that, but I don't have that right now. And this should be good. That's the strip that I checked. I just wanted to make sure I'm getting it in the right spot. This thing here, I work with it as best as I can, but I really wish it was like 18 by 18, because when you have those bigger designs, and it doesn't even have to be like super big, it can just be like awkwardly long or something, but it can be enough to make carrying with this kind of a pain. But anyway, let me show you this ink real quick. So the white ink that I'm using is this Union Ink Mercury LB white. I love this white. This is, I think, the best white I have ever used so far. I've used 4 different whites. Four different brands of white, and that one's my favorite. It's got a little bit of puff in it, so it sits up off the shirt. I like that, and it's just really, really bright. It's creamy, so I didn't have to add too much reducer to it. Not like I had to with, or at least to me, it felt like I had to add a ton of it to, what is that brand? WM Plastics, the one I've talked about in my previous videos, where where no one's ever heard of it, but it's a really thick ink, and sorry about that. I need to put some oil on that thing, but I just didn't. I don't know. It's okay. It does the job. But this ink right here, I love Union. I have not used a single ink by them that's given me a problem. Ever. It's always easy. It prints great. So if you're looking for a nice creamy white that's bright, definitely recommend that Union Ink Mercury LB white. I'm moving kind of slow right now because I'm talking to you guys, but I try to get a flow where by the time that's done, I'm just like constantly moving. But I'm not in a rush. Sometimes I don't pay attention. Okay. Okay. I'm probably okay. Just overthinking. I have a bad habit of that. I kind of flash print makes me nervous because in this setting, because sometimes I'll do stuff over there and I'll come back over here and I don't know if I hit it twice already, or like most of the time I can tell, but sometimes when you're tired and you're not thinking. I know I had a shirt here recently. I thought I hit it. For whatever reason, I was like, just take it off, take it off, and I only hit it once, so it looked a little faded, but nothing that anybody would be like, oh my gosh, this is terrible, It's not technically wrong, it's just not right. But I try to do my best not to do that. Oh man. But I'm really excited. I'm looking forward to this event tomorrow. I'm only selling 7 hats. It's just a test run. And let me hit this real quick. I can do it. And I think I've got an inside vendor spot. They have outside and inside vendors. And I really don't want to be in the heat if I don't have to be. Sorry. I don't want to be in the heat if I don't have to be. So I will pick inside all day. All day. That's good. Speak. That's fine. That looks good. to get my conveyor dry. This guy in, where is that place? Kansas somewhere. Wichita. He's actually in Wichita. It's a shop out of Wichita. I'm buying his conveyor dryer. But I gotta figure out when I'm going down there to get it and how I'm gonna, do that. Already, I'm moving really slow. Alright. But yeah, I have a number in mind that I am expecting to meet. I feel that my hats are gonna perform a lot better than my shirts will, just because they're actually related to the event in a way. Seems like that's a little high, isn't it? I need to bring that down a little bit. But yeah, once this is done, I'll show you the design that I'm putting on the hats. Okay, that's fine. Oh man, I am so glad that I got white right now. Woohoo, that was good. Just show you again. Look how bright this ink is. Like that white looks so bright. I don't know if it looks good on here, but it's so bright. The other white ink I've tried is I've tried F and Ink white, and there was another brand. What the heck was the other brand? Oh, and I've tried another white that Union Ink makes. I think it was the soft. Oh crap! What is it called? Soft hand white or something. Let me reset that. Bring that down. Just it's Union Soft White or something like that, and I like that white too. It doesn't have the same, in my opinion, doesn't have the same kind of puff texture like this has that I really like, but it's still a really nice bright white. So my thing though is, how do you know which white to use when? That's my question. Why would you do that? I hate when it comes up like that. But yeah, I've heard of Bright Tiger White. I kind of want to try that one. People seem to really love that one. They rave about it all the time. Oh, that's way high. Geez, I printed that way too high. I'm just tired. I don't know what the heck's wrong. But I've heard of, and I was really, really close to buying One Stroke White. Yeah, that's really high. Jeez. But oh well. I don't know about that one. That one's, I don't know. I don't know how to feel about that. But if you guys know anything about it, you can tell me about your favorite white. I would love to know. My birthday is next month, and I'm trying to decide what I want to do for it. Like, I want to go somewhere. I'm going to Texas in September, but I want to treat myself to a little solo trip out of town. But I don't know. I don't know where I want to go. Oh, see? I get confused sometimes. I was about to do it. But yeah, I was thinking maybe go to Kansas City, or maybe St. Louis. St. Louis is only 5 hours away from me. I'd totally do that. I would totally do that. Right. Man, that's looking so clean. I'm loving it. And it's nice and warm in here. Mm-hmm. All right. Let me show you this hat design I got that I'm going to be selling. And twist it in. So it's on here. So this is the design. I put my hand behind it. I don't know if you can read that. I'm going to be selling those on hats. So I'm going to be printing those after I do these. And they're going to go on hats like this. So white hat. And it's going to look good. I've already just tested it by holding up to a blank hat. I'm like, yeah, it's going to look good. It's nice. So, and then the shirts are just Omaha shirts. Let's see what happens. Oh, that's better. I don't know why I went the other way. A couple times back. And I've gotten a live event request for 2 weeks from now. Not even. So I'm trying to navigate all of that. But the lady who wants it is out of the country. So I have to wait. So she comes back to have that discussion, but it's like, oh, this is kind of, I'm just trying to, I want to make sure I have enough time to plan everything right. Oh, but yeah, I'm going to get off of here. I just wanted to show this. My final review of this is, I love this. It's still very sticky. I mean, it's usually by the time I'm dealing with the glue stuff, I would be losing tact already from all the lint built up. But this isn't even building up. It's really not. Not as bad as when I printed with not when I was using the regular adhesive water-based stuff. Yeah, no, this is great. I would definitely use this again. And I want to try it out because if I'm going to be doing live events, I started thinking about that too. I don't want to have to be worried about the palette tape and water-based. I just didn't want to deal with that at a live event. So, no, this is it. So, especially if you're doing live printing or whatever, or if you plan on doing that, definitely get this for your setup so that it's one less thing you have to worry about during your thing. So, or just whatever you're doing. And look at that. There's barely any lint buildup. Like you can barely. There's nothing there. It's nothing like. In my opinion, it's nothing like when I was using it before. And these are gilded shirts, which tend to be pretty dusty. Like there's lots of lint on them, so it builds up really quick. And the last time I printed these specific ones, they were pretty bad. So that's not me hating on gilding. They're just, it's just lint. So, but yeah, this is way less. I'm very happy with that. That's probably like the best thing because it sucks when it starts building up under there. All right, I'm running out of ink. But yeah, that's really all I got this time today for you guys. I just wanted to show you this PrintGrip thing. You can find it on Ryanette's website, screenprinting.com. And I think they actually have a banner at the top of their website right now. But if it's not there, if you go look at tape, you click like the tape or whatever, I think they have it under there. That's how I found it the second time because I couldn't find the original link. So So yeah, I recommend it. And it's, I think, now I don't know if they're still doing it, but they are doing, hold on. All right. So they were doing a try it for $5 deal with this thing here. Um, I don't know if that's still going on, but the normal price of it is $29.95, I think. So if you have a chance to try for $5, definitely hop on it. Definitely hop on it. Like do it now. Even if you don't plan on using it, it's not like you can't just sit on it. I mean, I bought it like 2 weeks ago, and I'm just now putting it on my palette today. So yeah. So get it for $5 and try it out. See what you think. But that's really all I got for this video, you guys. Have a great weekend. Be safe. Enjoy your time off. And I will, once this event's done, I'll probably do a recap video of it, or I may do a live when I get there and just show you guys how everything's going. But yeah, I'm really excited to let you guys know and report back how well it went, or maybe not so well. I don't see it going bad though. My events usually don't go bad. I'm not really doing that much to go for it to go bad, but okay. So yeah, all right, guys, I'm out of here. So I'll see you guys around. Peace out.